Hi, Karen. Good evening. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Good evening. I'm fine, thank you. You?
Fine, the same. Thanks. Today we're gonna do something different. We're gonna work with one activity. It's especially about reading, and we're gonna work with some questions. First of all, it's gonna be a kind of a speaking, but with reading as well. Okay, so let's start. Um, well, first of all, we're gonna take something related to risk. Okay, something to extreme sports, something risky, risk. But first of all, have you ever traveled very fast in a car or on a motorcycle? Do you know how fast you were going? How do you feel?
Uh, I think yes, in a car once, and I
Okay.
don't like the feeling because I think that something bad would be happen.
Mm-hmm. It can be dangerous, right? It's risky.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, in my case, the same. I used to ride motorcycles, and I used to enjoy a lot, but thinking now or remember, if I remember that it was so dangerous. Yeah, because I used to run behind the big trucks, and even I used to, how can I say this one? Yeah, I used to get very closer to the trucks, and even I used to touch the trucks, like playing. It was very dangerous and risky. Okay, so look at the article. Can you explain the title? Read the article once and answer the questions. But first of all, what do you think? What do you have in your mind after reading this title?
I think that he likes drive very fast. He likes the speed. So it's like, for example, alcoholic. He can help. Uh,
Maybe a
uh,
kind of addiction?
yes, he can avoid ride faster or fast.
Yes, he can't avoid driving fast. Speedaholic can be addiction therapy is the okay, but it's a kind of addiction, right? Because many people love it. But now read the article once and answer the questions. There are three questions. What two alternatives are offered to speedaholics if they are cuffed? I don't know if they are cuffed, right? Speeding out. What's the main thing that participants learn during the course? And do you think the course will make John Earl go more slowly? Okay, but let's read. Maybe there are some missing words, but we're gonna complete. But first of all, come on, let's read. If you can read aloud, by the way.
Okay, everything or the two first paragraphs?
Yeah, no, all the text is not very large. I think I don't know, but I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna zoom it in order to make it more comfortable for you to read. Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Okay, John Earl is 25 and addicted to speed,
Mhm.
an intoxicating combination of powered engines, testosterone, and junk. It's not the speed exactly, he says, it's the adrenaline. It's the buzz you get when you get fast. But if you regularly drive at 120, how can I read?
Uh,
Yeah.
120 miles per hour.
Uh, miles per
Yeah.
hour or 190 kilometers per hour.
Yes, kilometers per hour.
Okay, on a public road, sooner or later you are going to get caught. And today, John is one of a dozen speeders attending a new program designed to cure them of their need for speed. It's similar to
Yeah, we're gonna complete later, but let's, I think
uh,
similar to something.
similar to something. And at the okay, at the beginning of the course, the participants are asked to introduce themselves and admit that they have a problem. Hello, my name's John, and I am a speedaholic. The speedaholics course is for serious and habitual offenders, and it's offered as an alternative to getting points on your license. It is based on research into the attitudes of young drivers and bikers, says Chris Bergers, and psychology lecturer and at Exeter University, who created the program. There are courses for both car drivers and motorcyclists. There is an element of addiction in this sort of behavior, says Vargas. It's a sensation uh, seeking, it's taking risks, looking for that buzz, and but ignoring the potentially fatal consequences. They all have the feeling that something. And today's course, which is for motorcyclists, it's led by Robin Dergers, a police officer who is is senior or senior
Senior.
senior investigator of road deaths and a avid biker himself. After introducing themselves, something their range in age from 80 to mid-40s, and most work out doing at least 20 miles per hour and 36 kilometers per hour over the speed limit. There just gets straight to the point. Motorcyclists made up just 1% of all the vehicles of the road, but 33, no, 33, it's okay,
Which one? Which one? Which one? Ah,
33
yes. 33%.
of all the deaths are serious injuries happen to motorcyclists. Unless something changes, if we met up here in a year, one of you will be dead. Eh, says Durges, we want to give them a sense of their own vulnerability, their human's limitation, and to help them make a realistic assignment of the risks involved. It's not about stopping people from enjoying riding, it's about preventing deaths. Toward the end of the day, he asks something, and the problem is that the people get on their bikes and suddenly think they are Valentino Rossi, says Jones. Eh, Standing in the parking lot at the end of the course, the biker seems to have taken everything they have heard very seriously. John admits, it's certainly made me more aware. I know I sometimes behave like an idiot, but that's not to say I won't forget all about it in a few weeks. Burgess knows this, and something is to remind them of a part of the course that explained what happened to the brain in a collision. The idea is that they will see the key ring when they are reading, and it will make them think twice, says Vargas.
Okay, yes, this is a reading adapted from an article, but we have something here. For example, there is in number one can be letter C for but okay over here. Similar to programs used to treat addiction. Okay, it is for because but before let's answer these questions. Let's try to answer. What two alternatives are offered to speedaholics if they are cuffed?
When you say cult is when you say they are speed.
Like
No.
catch, like the past
Ah,
participle of catch.
yes, yes.
Yeah, but there are
Um,
we can maybe see a little bit about this in order to answer that question. Okay.
mm, okay. This course.
Yes, yes. They can take a course, right?
Yes.
To attend speedaholics
Yes.
or get points
To
on their
participate.
license
What?
or get some points on their licenses. But in this case, it's the course, taking the course, right? For
Mm,
speedaholics. And what's the main thing that participants learn during the course?
about the dangerous? No. Yes.
Yeah, the main thing participants learn is a risk, right? It's very risky. Even they can that can cause their death, right?
Yes.
If they still run in that way very fast. Do you think the course will make John Earl go more slowly? What do you think? What's your opinion about according to this reading? Because he's taking a course, right?
Well, he understands at the moment, but he says that 2 weeks later
Mhm.
or some time later he will forget about about um, these learnings.
About this class, maybe
Yes,
this course,
yes,
right?
about this course.
Yeah, probably. And this is for reading the article again and fill in the blanks with A to E. We have A, for example, the speeders are asked to explain why they were stopped and to give details of any accidents they have had. The next one is so before leaving, each of them is given a mental risk or mental key ring engraved with a cross section of a head inside a helmet. And C programs used to treat addiction, although other people get injured and even die. But we have to relate. For example, number one, if we read a little bit about just this part to understand number one, to choose one of them is, for example, from here.
Okay. I think that is letter C. If it's similar to
Yes,
programs used to treat addiction.
definitely, it's letter C. Yes. And how about number two, for example? What do you think is number two?
Linda. um, okay. Mm,
Diet drivers and motorcyclists, there's an element of addiction in this sort of behavior, says Burgers. It's sensation seeking, it's taking risks, looking for that buzz, but ignoring the potentially fatal consequences. They all have the feeling that, what do you think is?
I think that letter C. E. E.
Letter E. Not really. It's letter D, by the way.
Yes, yes.
Letter D. Sorry. And okay, the next one, number 3. What do you think is number 3? Says I'm gonna make it smaller. Which one do you think is letter number 3?
After introducing. Okay, maybe letter E or yes.
Letter E. Today's course, in which motorcyclist is led by Robin Dick Dergy, a police officer, senior investigator, biker himself after introducing themselves. The speeders are asked to explain why. In this case, right? This must be letter A, number 3, to give details of any actions they have had. Okay. Let's continue with the next one. What about number 4? Over here we have number 4. We already have chosen this one, right? A, B, C, D. Look at this number 4. We want to give them
It may be in this case.
I think B or E.
Okay.
Oh, no, number 3 was A, right? Sorry. And number 4, we have to check out which one is. There are 2 options, B or E.
Maybe letter E.
Yes, letter E. Very good, letter E. And the last one, of course, will be letter A. Oh no, letter B, right? B is still missing. So we already checked that, but now look at the highlighted phrases with a partner. Use your own words to say what they mean. What are the meanings of each of the highlighted yellow ones? The bus, it's the bus you get. What do you think is the meaning of that?
Bus you get is a phrasal verb.
Yeah, it's the bus you get when you go fast.
But it's a phrasal verb or it's a separate.
No, it's just an expression. Just an
Okay.
expression.
And what's the meaning of bus?
Bus is something like I think, but it's like how can I say in Spanish? Like when these buses, this is a bus murmullo. I can say something like that. Is the bus you get when you go fast? Es the el zumbido, el sonido.
Why?
They like right. They like to speed, push the accelerator, and they say right. That's the bus.
Okay.
Is your buzz you get? What do you think? Because they love, right? It's the adrenaline. It's the buzz you get when you go fast. What do you think it shows?
With the
With
sentence?
this expression. With this expression, yes.
Maybe the feeling that the that John feels when he drives fast.
Yeah, right. Yeah, definitely. The adrenaline. Yes, the feeling, the way how he feels. He loves the sound. That's the meaning of buzz, right? He loves the sound of the engine, the motor. How about the next one? Habitual offenders. What do you think is that?
Maybe, I don't know.
It says the course is for serious and habitual offenders. Usually in Spanish we can say like what's the word? When you do the same mistake driving.
Um,
For people who always make the same mistake, right? It becomes very habitual. That's the
okay.
habitual offenders. Offenders means that they commit the same mistake all the time. It's very habitual. That's why this is even they know that it's dangerous for driving fast, but they still do it. Potentially fatal consequences. What do you understand by that?
Mm, well, talks about that the possibility, it's a high possibility that a, a consequence or fatal consequence like that
Mhm.
eh, eh, could be occurred.
Yes, could happen, right? Just
Mhm.
somebody can die of that because of that. Gets straight to the point. Maybe if you to take into account,
Mm, no, I don't know.
get straight to the point can be like they just get straight to the point. He wants to explain something specific, right? A sense of their own vulnerability. What do you think is that?
Um, it's like, well, it's right to say that these people need to feel or need to sense about the danger,
The
uh, the,
danger, maybe.
yes.
Yeah, adrenaline, maybe. Yeah, the sense of their own vulnerability. They want to prove, right? And what about very seriously? It's or taken. It's just a participle, but it's about
Okay. Um, well, it's all the sentence.
mhm,
It's talk about that the bikers or the or motorcycles,
mhm,
they need to understand that um, when they drive, uh, they have a lot of danger.
mhm.
So I don't know how to explain.
Yeah, it's they feel that they are like something is taken away from them, right? After the course, because before the course they used to have a I don't know very they are that adrenaline, that way of feeling, but now it changes. Okay, so well, let's do something now. I'm sorry, I think the time was okay. If you can check the poll, and we're gonna see each other tomorrow. Not tomorrow after day, right? On not tomorrow, and tomorrow after day we're gonna have classes. Not tomorrow, right? Because tomorrow is a holiday because of Cochabamba's anniversary.
Okay. Okay. Do you see you Tuesday?
Okay.
No,
Yes.
Thursday.
See you on Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tomorrow is Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sure. Bye. Good night.
Bye. Good night, Karen. Hello.
Hi, teacher. I am Nazarena.
Hi, Nazarena. How are you?
Hi,
Yesterday you.
fine.
What happened?
Teacher, yes. I I couldn't be yesterday because I was in like class yesterday at night and was at the same time, the same hour, and I
Oh,
couldn't make this the courses in the same time. So, but was only for yesterday. Um, but I want to try to connect um Is the class is 7:45, right?
Yes.
Okay, I will.
7:40. 7:40. Is it the same time in Washington or is different?
No, for the moment is the same, but will change. So I will try to connect at the same time at 7:45, the exact time, because sometimes it's like I am in the highway, so it's very very difficult. But I will try to
No, no
be.
worries.
Thank you so much, teacher.
Okay, now Serena, today we're going to work with a reading activity.
Okay.
By the way, we're going to talk about something related to risk. According to this reading activity, there is, have you ever traveled very fast in a car or a motorcycle? Do you know how fast you were going? How did you feel?
Mm, yes, only some metros. I don't know how fast they were going. I feel like maybe exhausted.
Yeah, but when you run very fast, did you feel the sensation? How, maybe is it dangerous, or maybe you enjoy when you run very, very fast driving, or being a passenger in a car or a motorcycle?
Yeah, I enjoy.
Ah, okay. You like driving fast.
Yeah,
Good. But don't you think it's dangerous?
yeah, it's dangerous too. Depends, but yes.
Yeah. Okay, this is there is the title of this. What do you think after reading this? I am John. I'm a speedaholic.
That is some person that loves go very fast.
Mhm. Like is addicted to the speed, right? It doesn't matter. They understand it's dangerous, but they don't care. They just run. They just speed.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And there are some questions. What two alternatives are offered to a speedaholic if they are cuffed? For example, if they are in the present tense, we say catch, right? Catch, but cuffed, past participle. What is the main thing that participants learn during the course of this? Because this is about a course, by the way, this reading, because they offer a therapy, addiction therapy, okay, for the speedaholics. And but what think the participants learn during this course? And the third question, do you think the course will make John Earl go more slowly because it's about one guy who runs very fast? And now you have to read about this, please.
Okay. John Earl is 25 and addicted to speed, an intoxicating combination of high-powered engines, the testosterone and youth. It's not the speed exactly, he says. It's the adrenaline, it's the buzz you get when you go fast. But if you regularly drive at 120 mph, 109
Sorry, 100 miles per hour.
miles per hour and 109 kilometers per hour on a public road, sooner or later you are going to get caught. And today John is one of a dozen speeders attending a new program designed to cure them of their need for speed. It is similar to at the beginning of the course. The participants are asked to introduce themselves and admit that they have a problem. Hello, my name is Jones and I am a speedaholic. The speedaholics course is for serious and habitual offenders and is offered as an alternative to getting points on your license. It is based on research into the attitudes of young drivers and bikers, says Chris Burgers, a psychology lecturer at Extern University who created the program. There are courses.
There are courses.
Yeah, for both car drivers and motorcycles cyclists, there is an element of addiction in this sort of behavior, says Burgess. Is sensation seeking, is taking risks, looking for that buzz, but ignoring the potentially fatal consequences. They all have the feeling that. Today's course, which is for motorcycles, is led by Robin Derges, a police officer who is a senior investigator of road deaths and a avid biker himself. After introducing themselves, they range in age from 18 to 40s, and most were caught doing at least 20 meters per hour, 36 kilometers per hour over the speed limit. Derges gets straight to the point. Motorcyclists make up just 1% of all the vehicles on the road, but 23% of all deaths and serious injuries happen to motorcycles. Unless something changes, if we meet up in a year, one of you will be dead. Okay, teacher, more says we want to give them a sense of their own vulnerability, their human limitations, and to help them make a realistic assessment of the risk involved. Is not about stopping people from enjoying riding, it's about preventing the deaths toward the end of the day, he asks. The problem is that people get on their bikes and suddenly think they are Valentino Rossi, says John, standing in the parking lot at the end of the course. The bikers seem to have taken everything they have heard very seriously. John admits it certainly made me more aware. I know I sometimes behave like an idiot, but that is not to say I won't forget all about it in few weeks. Burgers knows this. It is to remind them of a part of the course that
Okay.
explain what happened to the brain in a collision. The idea is that they will see the carrying when they are riding, and it will make them think twice, says Burgers.
Well, the questions were there were three questions, right? First of all, and I don't know if I'm doing well in timing. But anyway, for example, in number one, what two alternatives are offered to speedaholics if they are cuffed?
Um, um, no, I don't remember, teacher.
They take some. It's about a course, right? They take
Yeah,
according to the reading. There are two, one especially one alternative in the reading.
yeah. Uh, I am not sure. I don't know, teacher. Can you help me?
Sure, sure. For example, it is a course offered for speedaholics who love. Okay, but it's offered a course, right? That the answer can be they can attend a speedaholic course to get points on their license.
Okay.
Yeah. And the next question was, what's the main thing that participants learn during the course?
Mm, that they have to be responsible.
Hmm? Yes, that speeding is a huge risk, right? Something like that. Do you think the course will make John Earl go more slowly? What's your opinion?
Um, I think that maybe no, but maybe will be more responsible.
Yeah, because they said after a couple of weeks they will still do something similar because they love, but they think they change in some ways. But well, is we're gonna stop here with you. I'm sorry, I don't know if you got a bit late. Also, I'm not doing good at timing. I think.
Yeah. Okay, teacher. It's fine.
Yeah, but can you help me with the poll, please? Filling
Okay,
up.
perfect. So teacher will be fine if the other classes I can go late, maybe until what hour is the class?
7:40 to 9:20, by the way.
Okay, I will be in the last hour. If I can, it's fine.
Yeah, no, no problem, no problem. Yes,
Okay,
because
thank
you
you.
said that you have classes in the at the university, right?
Yes, with or yeah.
Okay, no, no problem, no
Okay,
problem.
thank you. Bye, teacher.
Okay, bye. Bye, Nazarena. Bye, bye. Hello, Lucia. How are you? Your microphone is off, I think.
I'm sorry. Hi,
I'm
Professor.
sorry, Lucia. I'm not. I think I don't know. I'm not doing good at timing. I thought that this can be a little bit short, but I hope. But no worries, no worries. We're gonna be the 15 minutes, even maybe more. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about something different. This is about. Okay, first of all, let's read about this title.
Okay,
What do you
uh,
understand by this?
I'm John. I am a speedaholic.
Yes. What do you
Continue.
think? No, just that. What's your opinion about that title? What do you think?
That it's a person that really loves to feel adrenaline and to feel that like speed. Maybe it's a biker.
Yeah, it's a person who's addicted to the speed, right?
Yes.
To velocity. Yeah. And first of all, we're gonna read this. You're gonna read, by the way, but in order to answer these questions, read these questions, please.
Okay. What two alternatives are offered to speedaholics if they are caught? Two.
Mhm.
What is the main thing that participants learn during the course? And the
Okay.
three what?
Yes, the third one. The third one is about your opinion. Now you read the. Let's read the article. It's not very large. I hope it's gonna be. Yeah, it's not very large one.
All right. John Earl is 25 and addicted to speed, an intoxicating combination of high-powered engines, testosterone, and youth. It is not the speed exactly, he says. It's the
Sorry. Okay. Yes.
it's the adrenaline. It's the buzz you get when you go fast. But if you regularly drive at 120 meters
Miles
per
per hour.
miles
Yes.
per hour or 190 kilometers per hour on a public road, sooner or later you are going to get caught. And today, John is one of a dozen speeders attending a new program designed to cure them of their need for speed. It is similar to, at the beginning of the course, the participants are asked to introduce themselves and admit that they have a problem. Hello, my name is John, and I am a speedaholic. The speedaholics course is for serious and habitual offenders, and is offered as an alternative to getting points on your license. It is based on research into the attitudes of young drivers and bikers, says Chris Burgess, a psychology lecturer at A10 University, who created the program. There are courses for both car drivers and motorcyclists. There is an element of addiction in this sort of behavior, says Burgess. It is sensation seeking, it is taking risk, looking for that buzz, but ignoring the potentially fatal consequences. They all have the feeling that. Today, Curse, which is the motorcyclist, is led by Robin Derhes, a police officer who is a senior investigator of a road death and a bit biker himself. After introducing themselves, they range in an age from 18 to mid 40s, and most were caught doing at least 20 miles per hour or 36 kilometers per hour over a speed limit. Derhes gets straight to the point. Motorcyclists make up just 1% of all the vehicles. Vehicles? What is the correct pronunciation of this, Professor?
Vehicles.
Vehicles
Yes.
on the road, but 33% of all deaths and serious injuries happen to motorcyclists. Unless something changes, if we met up here in a year, one of you will be dead. Says Derhes, we want to give them a sense of their own vulnerability. There are human limitations, and to help them make a realistic assessment of the risk involved, it is not about stopping people from enjoying riding. It's about preventing deaths. Toward the end of the day, he asks, the problem is that people get on their bikes and suddenly think they are Valentino Rossi, says John. Standing in the parking lot at the end of the course, the bikers seem to have taken everything they have heard very seriously. John admits it has certainly made me more aware. I know I sometimes behave like an idiot, but that's not to say I won't forget all about in a few weeks. Bart has known this. It is to remind them of a part of the course that explain what can happen to the brain in a collision. The idea is that they will see the key ring when they are riding, and it will make them think twice, says Burgess.
Okay, it's a little bit large, but according to the first question was, what two alternatives are offered to speedaholics if they are cuffed?
Mm, 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 mm.
There is over here. I think what alternatives are offered to them, right?
Yeah,
They take
John is open. Yeah, they can take the curse. Oh, the curse. Yeah.
yes, right? They can take the course, and also they can get some points to their
Yeah,
license.
for the driver license. Yeah, yes, yes.
Yes, and because it's a program, it's like it's just addiction therapy, something like that. But what about the number two? What's the main thing that participants learn during the course?
As I can understand, is maybe how to deal with this kind of feelings, with this kind of sensation, and how can it's like at the end says that it's important to remark like the issues that you can have and how prevent that because it's something really serious that can affect or impact with your life and with the numbers of death.
Yes, right. They want to give them a sense of their own vulnerability. They says. Okay, they want to prevent them for fatal risks, right? It can be very because
Accident. Yeah.
humans are, yes, for accidents and something. According to this reading, do you think in this case this guy John Earl will change, or they will speed less?
Mm,
What do you think?
mm. Yeah, maybe because he received the curse.
Mhm. Yes, right.
Is the main goal of this curse that he can.
Yeah, that's why they take. But the next one was something related to answer this one. Okay, it was about reading the article and filling the blanks with A to E. Um, there are some, for example, in number one, we should choose one of them. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. For example, there is from A to E. We have to choose one of them, right? The speakers are asked to explain why they were stopped and give the details of any accidents. Uh, for example, according to this reading, we have to choose one of them.
Okay. For me, I think it's C.
Very good. It's C, correct. Yes, it is letter C. Mhm. And what about the next one, number two?
Maybe it's A.
The speakers are asked to explain why they were stopped and give details. Not really.
Not really.
Mhm.
Take a risk. Look into exactly, teacher. What is buzz?
Buzz is the sound of the motor, like right?
Oh, okay. Like rugidos.
Yes, rugido del motor or something like that. Like
Yeah.
the bees buzzes, right? Las abejas, right? Something like that.
Oh, zumbido, like zumbido.
Zumbido, yes. Buzz.
Maybe it's E, professor. Oh yeah.
The class to write down. Yeah, sometimes these kind of questions, it's even possible to find out in TOEFL tests, and usually we have to relate with all the paragraph. And in that case, the most possible answer would be letter D, because it says although other people are get injured and even die, it's not going to happen to me. Uh, Over here, but ignoring the potentially fatal consequences, they all have the feeling that all of the other people get injured, right? Because they are getting in the course, they are taking some realistic, right, situations. But this is letter D. What about Oh, sorry. Yes, letter D. What about okay, let's move on to the next one. Number three. What do you think is number three? Okay, maybe we cannot see that at this moment, but okay. Think about number three.
Yeah. Now it's A. Hey.
Okay, right?
Mhm.
Very good. Now is letter A. Okay, and how about number four? We're gonna check out that. For example, number four. If you want, you can zoom it, okay? No problem. You can zoom it to see
Or
better.
and summit to see more the other.
Yeah, I can make it smaller, maybe.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
And you can zoom it. I know A is already done, right? It's chosen.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I'm gonna do something maybe smaller, and you can move it.
Yeah. It's a bit there.
Upside down. Upside down. Okay. Do you think it's B or E?
I think it's E. 4 is E.
Yes, it's E. Very good.
And
And
5 is B.
yeah, the other one will be. Oh, sorry. The other one will be B, right? The last one. Okay. So yes, that's the point. But over here, yeah, the idea was to choose that. This is going to be letter, the last one, right? It was E letter B. So then now let's check out what are the meanings of the highlighted words. For example, well, enjoy. No, I did this one. But how about the buzz you get? The buzz you get when you go fast. What is the buzz you get?
It's like the sensation, like
Mhm.
like you said, like the sound of the bus.
They love it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline, it's the buzz you get when you go. Yeah. How about habitual offenders?
Mm. Eh, I don't know. What is the meaning of offenders, like per se?
In this case, it is related, is regarding to the law. When you don't respect, when you violate, when somebody violate the rules or the law, right? For example, the speed limit,
Yeah,
they exceed the limit, right? And all the time they do the same mistake, and they cuffed.
like the infractores, right?
Yes, very habitual yeah, offenders. But in that case, something similar, infractores habituales, because it says the reading says that almost all the time they run very fast, right? It says like 120 miles per hour, right? But sooner or later they will going to be cuffed, right? That's why they are habitual offenders. Almost all the time they are. Okay, and how about potentially fatal consequences?
Mm, it's like maybe negative impacts.
Yeah, that can, when we say fatal, it is related to death, right? Even it can cause death because of speed. And what about gets straight to the point? Just about a comment, right? But what do you think? How can you explain that?
It's like a phrasal verb to summarize, to know around the topic. Just
Yeah, like you can say like,
ir al grano. Al
yeah,
punto.
il punto, yes. A sense of their own vulnerability.
It's like a meaning of vulnerability, of like they are able to death in that case.
In this context, they wanna sensitize. No, they wanna show how dangerous is doing those. I don't know, overspeed, right? Overspeed means to run very fast. Yes, they wanna show them their human limitations. That's not. It's very serious. How about taken?
Taking,
Yes, taken. Taken.
uh,
According to this context.
like they taken, like they put in practice.
Mm-hmm. Yes, standing on the parking lot at the end of the course, the bikers seem, yeah, because probably they in the course they have taught a lot of things. How about
But
there is?
Professor, sorry, but here that taken in which tense? I know it's in participle voice, but
Yes.
in which tense we can see that is because to have taken, we have an
Bikers
auxiliary.
seem to have taken.
Or is
That
a
is
phrasal verb?
have taken. Yeah, it's a phrasal verb. Have took, have take, right? But have taken is about past in this case.
But with past is not took.
Have, but in this case, it's present perfect, right? Yeah,
But
the bikers seem to have taken everything they have heard. It's kind of expression like it's like to say. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to speak in Spanish. Que los ciclistas parecen que han tomado todo lo que han escuchado seriamente, right? Something like that. It's like a kind of not expression, but yeah, it's
but professor, in that case, is not better the biker seems they have taken? Why we use instead of they to?
two over here. You said right. The
Yeah.
bikers seem to have. Yeah, you mean that? No, in this case we have to separate because have is a verb, seem is also a verb, right?
Yeah, but could be the biker seem that they is not better the biker seem that they have taken everything.
Yeah, possibly. But in this case, this is only how can I say this one? Preposition, right? Two. It's just a preposition to say. It's not to separate these verbs. In this case, yeah, it's possible to say also uh, the bikers seem that they have taken. You said right instead of two. It is also possible. Or in this case, we can shorten the sentence. The bikers seem to have taken.
Okay.
Okay. What about very seriously?
It's something so important.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and what do you understand by caring?
Like the hearing is like the results.
Yeah, like when you say the point in this context is like that. The point, the idea, right? So, yes, that's it for this activity. The other one was look at the highlight words. Which of the two punishments for speeding taken of the course is getting points on your license? Do you think would be more effective in your country and why? The punishment that for me, I don't know if it's effective to force them to take the course. I don't know.
No, here I think in Bolivia it couldn't work.
Yeah, definitely right because yeah, it's Bolivia,
Mm,
but in other countries probably
yeah.
over here even they can sleep and not get interested in the course and that's it probably can happen here because it's very different. Okay, so well that's it for today. I don't know if you have any questions. I don't know if somebody was um, I don't know scheduled the call, but yeah, I think it's. Is it possible for you to check the poll?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Lucia. I don't know if you have any questions before we finish this. I'm gonna send you, by the way, this activity with the answers and everything.
Okay.
Okay, Lucia, have a nice holiday tomorrow. But you are not in Cochabamba. Are you in Cochabamba right now?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
in
yes.
Cochabamba. I
Enjoy.
arrived. Yeah.
Okay. You told me that you were traveling, right?
Yeah, sometimes with the work I have like emergency travels, and it's something that maybe a day before they tell me, yeah, tomorrow or in 2 days we have to work, and it's like, oh, but it's okay. It's part of the work.
Ah, that's good. Okay, Lucia, thanks for being part of the call, and we're gonna see each other on Thursday.
Okay,
Have a
thank
very
you so
nice holiday tomorrow.
much.
Okay.
Thank you. Have a good night, Professor.
Have a good night, Lucia. See you on Thursday. Bye bye.